Welcome to the On My Workbench channel. This is not going to be a story about a house that my wife and I was rebuilding that was broken into and tools were stolen. No, it's going to be a story about the stupidest insurance company that I've ever had the misfortune of having to deal with. To tell this story, we have to go back to around 2002. My wife and I had bought the house across the street from us, and it was a First Class P.O.S. that needed a lot of work. The first thing that we did was to gut the house, and then we started rebuilding it. We got it to the point where we thought we could secure it enough to keep tools in it so we would not have to keep dragging the tools across the street to work on the house. Well, we were wrong. We had a break-in, and some low-life dirtbag stole a lot of tools, such as a sawzall, a couple of reciprocating saws, and a boatload of other tools. But the one tool that they got was a borrowed air nailer and compressor. After reporting it to the police and our insurance company, at the time it was Lloyd's of London, we received a settlement that after our deductible would just cover the replacement of the borrowed air nailer and compressor. All the other tools that were stolen, we had to replace them out of our own pocket. I said this was going to be a story about the stupidest insurance company in the world. So here we go. To keep the player simple, I will refer to the stupid insurance company as the ABC Insurance Company, and the second insurance company as the XYZ Insurance Company. If you remember in the first part, I told you that we had bought the house across the street from us, and it was literally only 68 feet from house to house. But since it was being rebuilt, we had to have a construction insurance policy on it, and the insurance company that we had for the house that we were living in was the stupid ABC Insurance Company, and they did not do construction policies. So our agent set us up with a policy from Lloyd's of London to insure what would become the yellow house, and everything was fine, all rainbows and unicorns, even after the break-in. Lloyd's in London is a good insurance company to work with. Once again, to keep the player simple, I'm going to be referring to the two houses as the yellow house and the gray house. The gray house is the house that we were living in while we rebuilt what would become the yellow house. After we were finished rebuilding the yellow house, my wife liked it better than the gray house, so we moved into the newly rebuilt yellow house, and once again everything was rainbows and unicorns, or so we thought. Well, everything was going along fine for about a year after we had moved from the gray house into the yellow house. We still owned the gray house and were renting it out. Then one day the renters brought over a letter that had come in the mail to the gray house addressed to us from the stupid ABC Insurance Company, the company that had only insured the gray house. At this point, the yellow house was no longer insured by Lloyd's of London. It was now insured by the XYZ Insurance Company. Again, at no time had the yellow house ever been insured by the stupid ABC Insurance Company. The letter was from the ABC Insurance Company, you know, the company that only ever insured the gray house. The letter stated that our records show that on such and such date you had a break-in at the yellow house. Please keep in mind the yellow house was at the time of the break-in insured by Lloyd's of London, not the ABC Insurance Company. The ABC Insurance Company had only ever insured the gray house, not the yellow house. The letter stated that the ABC Insurance Company was going to cancel our policy on the gray house because of the break-in at the yellow house, a house that the ABC Insurance Company did not and never had insured. However, all we had to do to keep the insurance policy on the gray house was, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, here it comes. All we had to do was install an alarm system in the yellow house, you know, the house that was not insured by the ABC Insurance Company. Again, the ABC Insurance Company had never insured the yellow house. It had only ever insured the gray house. But if we would install an alarm system in a house that the ABC Insurance Company did not and never had insured, they would reinstate our policy on the gray house, the house that did not have a break-in. So I called the ABC Insurance Company and explained to the customer service representative that I had received a letter stating that the ABC Insurance Company was going to cancel the insurance policy on the gray house if we did not install an alarm system in the yellow house, because we had had a break-in at the yellow house, not the gray house. I explained to her that the ABC Insurance Company did not insure the yellow house, only the gray house. She checked her computer and said, yes, that is what our records show, that you had a break-in at the yellow house, and it was a policy of the ABC Insurance Company that if you had a break-in, that you had to install an alarm system in the house where the break-in occurred, and that in this case was the yellow house. So I asked her if she had heard me correctly. Again, I explained to her that it was the yellow house, not the gray house, that had had the break-in, and that the ABC insurance company only insured the gray house, not the yellow house. Her reply to me was, "Yes, I heard what you said." So I said, "Please let me understand this correctly. The ABC insurance company wants me to install an alarm system in a house that they do not insure and have zero financial obligation for." And she replied, "Yes, that is correct." She said that she was sorry, but there was nothing she could do. I said, "That's nuts," and I calmly asked her if I could please speak with a supervisor. She said, "Please hold." So a few minutes later, a supervisor comes on the line, and I thought, great, now we are getting somewhere. Oh, how could I have been so wrong? For the next 15 minutes, I again told the same crazy-ass story to the supervisor that I had just told the customer service representative 3 times. The supervisor's response was, "I am sorry, but it's a policy of the ABC insurance company that if you've had a break-in, that you have to install an alarm system in the house where the break-in occurred to keep your coverage." I said, "But the ABC insurance company does not, did not, and never has insured the yellow house where the break-in occurred." To which she replied, "I understand that, and I am sorry, but there is nothing that I can do." So by this time I was about to blow a gasket and was pulling out what little hair I have left on my head. So at this point I not so calmly asked to speak with her supervisor. Her response was that she did not have a supervisor, that she was the head of her department. So I asked her, "If you're going to take a vacation, who do you tell that you will not be at work for that week?" She replied that she reported directly to the president of the ABC insurance company. So I asked her if I could speak with the president of the ABC insurance company. Her reply was, "Please hold." Well, I thought that would be the end of my call, but lo and behold, a man came on the line and said that he was the president of the ABC insurance company and asked what he could do for me. Again, I went through my story about how we'd had a break-in at the yellow house, a house that the ABC insurance company did not, had not, and had never insured, and that the ABC insurance company was now going to cancel the policy on the gray house if we did not install an alarm system in the yellow house, a house that the ABC insurance company did not insure. He said, "Hold on here a minute. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You are being told by my company, the ABC Insurance Company, that you need to install an alarm system in a house that we do not now and have never insured, so that you can keep your policy on your house that we do insure." I said, "Yes, you have it." And he said, "That's nuts." I said, "I know, and I've been trying to explain it for over an hour to the other 2 people that I talked to before you." He said just leave it with him and that he would take care of it. My thought was right. Now our policy will be canceled for sure. A couple of days later, we received a letter in the mail stating that our policy was not going to be canceled and that the ABC Insurance Company was very sorry for any inconvenience, and after reviewing our policy that they had discovered that we had been overcharged, and included in this letter was a refund check for the overcharge. Once again, everything was rainbows and unicorns. That is, until we had to deal with trying to deposit a U.S. postal money order at our bank. But that's a video for another time. Please check back with the On My Workbench channel for more videos on cool stuff. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and click the little bell. And thanks for watching the On My Workbench channel.